Hi, Paul. Good evening.
Hi, Anna. Good evening.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm fine.
That's great to know. So you had a homework, right?
Yes.
Did you complete it?
Oh, de la familia, ¿verdad?
Yes, about the family. Right. So I don't know if you use any other resource or something like that, or you did it, you just took notes.
My
How
notes?
did you? Yes, notes.
No, I have the imagine.
Okay, that's great. So, okay, could you please send me the link into the meeting chat because I don't have the link I sent you yesterday, right? Because I don't have my WhatsApp open. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen then, and we're going to do it since that page. Okay. So send me the link. Send me the link to the meeting chat, and we're going to start.
But no, I don't have the link. No.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Let me open my WhatsApp though. So okay, so it is loading because I uploaded. So yes, it is going to last. And right, give me a second. It is loading. Right. So where is your chat now? I cannot find your chat. Oh my goodness, no, I have to open my, that's the problem when I have the, I'm going to go there, give me a second. I didn't send, oh yes, you took on the screen, right? Right, that's amazing. So give me a second, I'm going to, we did it from the my English page. So yes, okay. Okay, so give me a second, I'm going to open it and I'm going to share my screen with you. And then you're going to let me know what you did. Right, so I'm sharing my screen. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see.
That's great. So, okay. So we made this part, right? So what are the sentences you did? You can start, please go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Why? Oh no. Who do I explain? Yes. There's a Mr. Lynch. Mr.
Lynch, as we said, as we saw yesterday, like that.
Okay. Mr. Lynch is who's Mrs. Lynch. Mrs. Lynch. No, Mr. Lynch is Mrs. Lynch husband. Yeah. Okay. And Nancy and Bill are daughter and Sun. But no, Nancy and Bill are Mr. and Mrs. Lynch, Tower and Son. Sorry.
Okay. What else?
And Steve is Nancy's husband, and Barbara is a Bill wife.
Bill's wife.
Bill's wife, and Alan and Lisa are Nancy and Steve's son and daughter, and Laura and John are Bill and Barbara's daughter and son, and Ala and Lisa are cousins, Laura and John. Owen are Laura and John's cousin.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. You forgot the S, right? So in some sentences, but I don't know what's going on here. Okay, now it's okay. So we have this relationship, right? We're going to continue here. So Nancy and Bill, right? Nancy and Bill. Mr. Links. Oh, sorry. Where is it? Okay, yes. Nancy and Bill are, because it's plural, they are Mr. Link's children. Okay. Mr. and Mrs. Link are Nancy's parents. Okay, so Mr. and Mrs. Link, they both are Nancy's parents. Okay. Nancy is Steve's wife. Okay, Nancy is Steve's wife. La esposa de. Sorry. Nancy es la esposa de.
Yeah.
Nancy es la esposa de Steve. Esto significa de. Ok.
Okay.
Y ponemos al final del nombre de quién corresponde. Ok. For example, Mr. and Mrs. Link are Nancy's parents. So, papás de quién?
Nancy.
Nancy, right? Let's see what we have there. Nancy, oh yes, we read it. Steve and Nancy is Nancy's husband, right? Steve is Nancy's husband. So we have Nancy is Steve's wife, and Steve is Nancy's husband, right? So that's the relationship. Nancy is Bill's sister, right? Nancy is Bill's sister. Bill is Nancy's brother. Laura is Bill's and Barbara's daughter. John is Laura's brother. John is Alan's cousin. Alan is Bill's nephew. What's this? What is this? I'm going to copy here.
Espera.
Alan is Bill's nephew. What do you think? Where is Alan? Alan, okay, is Bill's nephew. Do you get the meaning of nephew?
Sobrino.
Yes. ¿De quién?
De Bill.
Okay, right? So we have them. And we have Missy. Okay, do you imagine what is Missy?
Lisa and sobrina.
Yes. Lisa is Bill's niece. Okay, so we have everything there. So please, you're going to, we have, as you can see, we have too many sentences here, right? So I'm going to copy. You have this screenshot, but oh, I closed the WhatsApp. Why did I do that? So I'm going to send it to your WhatsApp. So yes, that will be okay. So I would like to continue explaining this, but we have to continue with Pearson. So was it clear for you? Or is it clear for you? Do you have any question maybe about the vocabulary there?
How do you say nieta, nieto? It's cool.
Oh, okay, that's a good question. We can say grandson if it's a boy. If it's a girl, we're going to say granddaughter. Okay?
And
right.
Nietos is grandchildren?
Yes,
Or,
exactly. Grandchildren. Okay, if we can find a female and male, yes, it is. Okay?
Okay.
Right. I'm going to send you anyways the material. So you have everything there, right? So, okay, let's continue with Pearson. So the last lesson we've seen was about was about causative verbs, right? Yes, because we saw make, have, let. Do you remember? And I explained my jumper. Do you remember?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So yes, my mother made me wear my jumper when I was a child. You get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Let's continue with this usage of so and neither. So let's listen to the first audio.
Hi. As a speaker of English, I often use so and neither. So do other English speakers. For example, when I respond to a statement, I don't always repeat the same exact information in the statement. Neither do other people. Today, I'd like to discuss so and neither. So would you, I'm sure. Let's begin.
Okay, let's continue. Right. We're going to start with the usage of so.
We often use short sentences with so to express agreement with another speaker. When we use this type of response, we don't have to repeat the information in the first statement. I care about your future.
So do I.
In the example, so do I means I care about my future too. We can also use so and neither to add similar information to what another speaker has said.
Jackie doesn't look very happy.
Neither does Dean.
Okay, so we're going to use so and neither. Those are expressions, okay? We're going to express agreement. Do you get what is agreement? For example, I agree with you. ¿Estoy de acuerdo? Okay. Right. So when we want to express agreement, we are going to with another speaker. For example, we have I care about your future. So do I. Do you understand this or not really?
Can you repeat this?
Do you understand this part?
Yes.
Like?
¿Qué me importa?
I care about your future. Me importa tu futuro, right?
Yes.
So do I. It means I care about my future too. También, right? I care about my future too. Okay. So when we want to show an agreement, we're going to use this expression. So do I. Okay. Why do we use this expression? because sometimes it is very repetitive to reply, right? For example, I care about your future. I can say, I care about my future too, Paula, right? So this is very repetitive. Okay, so we don't have to repeat information in the first statement, right? Why are we going to do that if we can do it in a short way? Okay, so for that reason, we are using this expression, so do I. Okay, it means like, I care about my future too. Then we're going to continue with neither. Okay, neither is like, well, so and neither are going to help us to add similar information what another speaker has said. For example, Jackie doesn't look very happy. But I look at Paula and Paula doesn't look very happy too. Okay, so as you can see, it is very repetitive, right? You're going to, if I'm going to speak to my friend, right? She's going to say, oh, Jackie doesn't look very happy. And I'm going to answer her, you know what? Paula doesn't look very happy too. Okay, so that's repetitive information, right? So we have doesn't look very happy, doesn't look very happy. It is very repetitive. For that reason, we're going to use this other structure, neither does Tim. Okay, so do you get the meaning of these expressions?
Yes, but if I say, for example, so I do.
So do
Am I-
I? It has a different structure, Paul, okay? It has a different structure. We're going to see the structure in the second slide, but the first thing is that I want to know if you understand this part. What is when are we going to use so and neither? Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, right? When are we going to use so and neither?
Mm, Um, for express agreement with another person.
Right?
Uh,
Why are we going to do that? When
um, when we don't have to repeat information.
okay, that's all. Okay,
Um,
that's the purpose of the lesson. Right, we're going to see, so what is the meaning of this? So let's listen, and what is the structure?
We use short sentences with so to respond to an affirmative statement. We form the response with so plus a form of be or an auxiliary verb plus the subject.
The fish is delicious.
So is the chicken.
In the example, so is the chicken means the chicken is delicious too.
You look nice.
So do you. In the example, so do you means you look nice too. Notice that the verb comes before the subject.
Okay, so we're going to start with so. This is what is it? An expression, okay? We're going to use so to respond to an affirmative statement. Okay, so we have two statements here. We have the affirmative statement, okay? So instead of saying, if you're going to say, could you please read this statement?
the fish is delicious.
The chicken is delicious too, right? So that's another way, but we don't have to repeat the information, right? Instead of, I'm going to say, so is the chicken, right? So for example, if we go to a restaurant and you're going to say, the fish is delicious, I'm going to answer to it, so is the chicken, right? So I'm saying that the chicken is delicious too, okay? So in this case, we have this structure. You're going to use, right? The first thing that you have to do is to check if this is an affirmative or negative statement. This is what type of statement? Is this a negative or an affirmative?
Affirmative.
Right. So then I want to reply to it, right? So I'm going to take so, plus a base form of be in this case, because we have is. So we're going to copy, right? So is, and then I'm going to take my subject. In this case, is the chicken. So is a chicken. Okay. Do you get the example?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. In this other one, if you're going to see me at the street, you're going to say, could you read it, please?
You look nice.
Oh, thank you, Paola. So do you? What I'm saying?
You look nice too.
Okay, right? Instead of saying, oh, thank you, Paula, you look nice too. I can say, so do you, right? But let's see, do we have any form of the verb be here or not?
Yes.
Where is the verb here? Where is the verb be here?
You.
Is that, oh my goodness, is the verb you the verb be?
Look or no?
I don't know, what do you think?
Nice.
Is this the verb be? We have three verbs, okay? We have three verbs. When we have to talk about the verb to be, we have three verbs, right? The first one is am. The second is?
Is.
The third is?
Is.
Again is?
Are.
Are. Right? So my question goes again, do we have any form of the verb be here? Do we have am?
No.
Do we have is?
No.
Are?
No.
So do we have any form of the verb be here?
No.
Okay, so you is not a verb, right? So you for Monday, you are going to bring an explanation of the verb to be, okay? Because this is like a basic, right? Okay, so I'm worried about that. Okay, so please for Monday, oh sorry, Tuesday, you are going to bring the explanation of the verb to be, and you are going to explain that, right?
Okay.
You are going to share with me the material you look for the verb to be, you found of the verb to be, okay?
Okay.
When we're not going to have any form of the verb be, we are going to take, do you remember the lesson of tag questions? In the tag questions, we've seen that if we don't have any form of the verb be, we have to see the time tense of the sentence. What time tense is this sentence? This sentence is. What is the time tense of this sentence?
In the present.
Okay. What auxiliary verbs do we have to use for the simple present tense?
Are.
Are
Do.
and
Does.
does. Okay. So you look nice. I don't have any form of the verb be, but I have the time tense that is in simple present. So I'm going to see with what the auxiliary verb does you work. With what auxiliary verb does the subject pronoun you work with?
You do.
You do or does?
Do.
Okay, so I'm going to reply it. I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to take my subject at the end of the expression, okay? This is an expression, Paul. This is not a sentence, a statement. The order statement, subject plus verb. I do, for example, right? This is the statement order, but this is not a statement. For that reason, we are going to change the structure, okay?
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. If I'm going to say, for example, let me check by an answer. Okay, give me a second, please. If I'm going to say, I love chocolate. I love. Okay, how can you say this using this explanation? How are you going to say, I love the chocolate too? Oh, I love chocolate. Okay, how can you reply this sentence using this expression?
Uh,
You have the structure in the screen.
so,
Oh,
so,
what else?
so do you,
We only need one subject. So
do I?
exactly, Paul. Okay, if I say he likes this restaurant, how can you do it?
So does he?
So that's he, right? If you, for example, another one, okay. If I say she, if I say she does, no, anyway, she does, okay. You are going to use, for example, another name, okay? How can you say Maria does her homework too? How can you reply to this? The structure?
Marie. So
No. So
does she?
Maria in this case, so that's Maria, right? Because we're talking about her.
Okay.
Okay? Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it, but in the example, he likes this restaurant. I response, so does he. What mean? I don't understand. O sea, yo entiendo como que digo, a él le gusta ese restaurante, ¿verdad? Pero so does he es como a él también.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. We're going to say Pablo likes this restaurant, right?
Ujú.
Okay. So in this case, you are going to say so does Dean. Okay, what do you think I'm saying? If I'm talking, I'm adding extra information, right? I'm
Yeah.
saying that Dean likes the restaurant too.
Ujú.
Okay, so Dean do you get now?
Yes.
Okay. Pablo likes this restaurant. Oh my goodness, so does Dean. It's like saying Pablo likes the restaurant. Oh, Dean likes the restaurant too. Okay, do you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Right.
But
Let's continue.
no,
Sorry.
but I don't understand the in the example he likes this restaurant. Do no, so does he, es como que a él también, pero se refiere como a otra persona, ¿verdad?
Yes, exactly.
Ah, okay. Y si
Right,
digo
do you
como
get it?
so do I,
It's like
está-
saying that
estaría bien.
you're talking about yourself. You are saying that you like the restaurant too.
Ajá.
Okay, so you can play with this, right? For example,
Okay.
if I say I love chocolate, but I want to say that I love the chocolate too, I'm going to say so do I. Okay. If I want to talk about more, Paula loves chocolate. That's great. Paulo, sorry, yes, it's okay. So does Paulo, right? It's like saying Paulo likes the chocolate too, or chocolate too.
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to continue with the opposite, neither, okay? So let's listen to it.
We use short sentences with neither to respond to a negative statement.
I'm not really hungry.
Neither am I.
Dean hasn't noticed us.
Neither is Jackie.
Notice that the verb comes before the subject.
Okay. So this is similar to the other one. The meaning is the same, but neither is to respond to a negative statement, right? So let's see, I'm not really hungry. This is a negative, right? So instead of saying so, I'm going to use neither because it is a negative, okay? So I'm going to say neither am I, okay? So in this other example, we have Dean that hasn't noticed us. We don't have any form of the verb to be, right? Do we? Do we have any form of the verb be here?
No. No.
We don't.
In neither I am, yes.
Yes, exactly, right? So notice that we are using another time tense. This is the present perfect. So this is an auxiliary, so I'm going to copy the auxiliary. If you don't have any form of the verb to be, and is, are, was, were, you are going to use the auxiliary of the sentence. In this case, I don't have any auxiliary of the form. Sorry, I don't have any form of the auxiliary. Sorry, I don't have any form of the verb to be. But I have this time tense, what is the present perfect, right? In the present perfect, we have two auxiliary verbs. The first one is have. I have not you. In third person, we use has, right?
Mhm.
So we are going to take, instead of saying so, we're going to use neither. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to add extra information. I'm saying that Tim hasn't noticed us. Oh my goodness. Paulo hasn't noticed us neither. Okay, tampoco. Okay, so it's like saying that. For example, if I'm going to say, okay, okay. How could you answer to this using neither?
Um, um, neither.
Oh.
mm, Um, neither. Neither did.
You can did.
Neither did Paola.
Okay, that's all, right? That's all. So why did you choose did? Because we have an auxiliary here. This is the auxiliary for what time tense?
Present.
Is this the auxiliary for the present?
Present
What time?
perfect.
No, what time tense is this?
In the past.
Okay, what auxiliary is this? This is for the?
Past.
Yes, yes, that's all, right? If I'm going to say, how can you do it? If you want to say that you are not,
Neither is.
you can also talk about yourself.
Neither am I.
No, thank you, Paul, that's all. That's all, okay, this is all. Okay, they hadn't, they hadn't eaten sushi before. Okay, how can you do it?
They
Neither.
Have
Had. You want to talk about your friends, for example. Neither had we. Okay, or neither had I. If I say, how can you do it?
neither neither was he.
Was, okay, neither was he. That's all. Another one. They won't be here. What are you going to say?
Neither. Neither am I. Am I?
Neither. No. We have an
Mm.
auxiliary.
The
The auxiliary
won't. Neither. No. Neither. Yes.
Do you
Neither.
get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Right. So let's continue. Okay.
The response always uses a form of be or an auxiliary verb. Be, have, do, or a modal such as can, could, should, would. If the statement has a form of be or an auxiliary verb, use a form of be or the same auxiliary verb in the response.
I'm nervous.
So am I. I've never been to Valentino's.
Neither have I. This pasta is delicious.
So are the vegetables.
Okay, so if we have the response always uses a form of be or an auxiliary. So you have two options here. The form of the verb to be in the present, in the past, or you have the auxiliary verbs. Do, does, did, have, has, okay? So you are going to use the same in the reply. I'm nervous, so I'm using the verb to be, okay? I'm using this expression. This is an affirmative statement, and so I'm going to use so. I'm going to take this, I'm going to copy because I have the form of the verb be, and I'm going to continue with my subject. This is the order. The expression so or neither, plus the form of be or the auxiliary. At the end goes the subject, always at the end. Okay, I, he, she, whatever is it, whatever it is, we're going to use the subject at the end of the reply. Okay, notice that we don't have any form of the verb be. I've never been to Valentino's, but we have the auxiliary have. So this is a negative because I have never. I have not, I don't have not, but I have never. So this is a negative statement. So I'm going to use neither because it's a negative. Do I have the verb to be? No, I don't have it. But I have an auxiliary, so I'm going to copy. And I'm going to continue with the subject. I can say, I've never been to Valentino's. Neither has Paola. This pasta is delicious. Okay, this is an affirmative one, but I have the verb to be. So because this is an affirmative statement, right? I'm changing this as we change this, right? So are the vegetables, okay? So don't forget this, okay? We can use all of these particular words in the form of the verb be, auxiliaries, or modals, right? So that's the way we're going to work, okay?
Okay. I have a question.
Yes.
In the example, como I've never been to Valentino's, I can say, for example, so haven't I, o algo así, or no?
No.
Okay.
Why? Because so it's for affirmative statements.
Ah,
This is affirmative, this is an affirmative. This is a negative because never it's a negative word. Nunca he estado en Valentinos. Entonces es negación, right? So for that reason, we have to use neither. Okay?
okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
We're
But-
going to continue. Oh, sorry.
But neither is for a positive sentence too.
No.
Or
So it's only for affirmative and neither it's only for negatives.
okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Right, don't worry. We're going to finish with point number 5.
If the statement doesn't have a form of be or an auxiliary verb, use a form of do in the response. Use the same tense as the verb in the statement. Nick plays soccer.
So does Dean.
Talia went to college.
So did Nick.
Okay. If the statement doesn't have a form of be or an auxiliary, I'm going to use the auxiliary of the statement, of the time tense. This statement is in the simple present tense, right?
Yes.
So we have 2 auxiliary verbs for the simple present, do and
Does.
right. So this is an affirmative or negative statement.
Affirmative.
Right. So as it is an affirmative statement, I have to use so. As I don't have any form of the verb be or an auxiliary, I'm going to see in what time is my sentence is. Okay. So this is in simple present. I have to, do, and does. So as I'm talking about Dean, I'm going to use does because it's third person. And then I'm going to continue with the subject. This time tense is in what time tense is this?
In past.
Okay. Do I have any form of verb to be?
And no.
Do I have any auxiliary verb?
Did. Only did.
No. In this one.
No.
Okay. What time tense is this? Simple past. So this sentence is affirmative, so I'm going to use so. I don't have the form of the verb be, neither the auxiliary verb. So I'm going to continue with the last rule. If I don't have any form of the verb be or an auxiliary, I'm going to take the auxiliary of the time tense. In this case, the simple past has only one auxiliary, that is did. Okay? So I'm going to continue. I'm going to write it. And then I'm going to continue with the subject. Okay?
Okay. How do you say? What would it be in the negative? This example. In negative, this example.
Of what? Sorry, an example of what? The negative of this? Okay. Let me change. Can you please help me to change this sentence into the negative, Talia?
Talia didn't go or didn't go to college.
Okay. How are you going to change this into the negative?
Neither did Nick.
That's all. Okay, that's all.
Yeah, I get it.
Let's do it with this first statement. Can you please help me to change this sentence into the negative?
Okay. Nick don't- Nick, Nick doesn't play soccer.
Okay, the reply.
Neither does Dane. There.
That's all. You've seen?
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Right. Thank you, Paul. So, please, we need to practice the verb to be. You are forgetting some things. Te estás olvidando de algunas cosas, ¿ok? Por ejemplo, el verbo to be, que es lo primero que se aprende. Entonces, para evitar esto, vas a traer para el día martes una presentación del verbo to be, ¿ok?
Okay. Okay.
Do you have any question, maybe?
No, it's clear.
Right. Thank you. Oh,
O sea, explico el verbo to be, o sea, todo en general, de todo.
absolutamente todo. Right?
Okay.
Everything about the verb to be. Okay?
Okay.
Right. Thank you, Paul. We're going to stop until this part though, because we finished the lesson. So could you please fill the pool? Once it's done, let me know. And that will be everything for today. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Paul. Have a good night. See you and have a great weekend.
¿Vamos a tener clases mañana o no?
No, because we completed with the 3 classes, right? Completamos las 3 horas, ¿verdad?
No, el martes no
Oh,
pasamos.
yes, you're right. Oh my goodness. Can we have the class on this weekend? ¿Podemos tener la clase tal vez el sábado por la mañana? Pasa que mañana tengo muchas clases, tenemos reunión también, entonces no voy a poder organizar la clase. Okay, so
Podría ser el domingo, porque es el
yes,
sábado voy a viajar al campo, entonces no voy a tener señal.
okay, so yes, there is no problem. Okay,
Okay, thank
right?
you.
So just let me know the hour and that will be.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Thank you, Paul. Have a great night. See you then.